welcome to today's amazing session with Shweta Roy, your English master teacher at Vedantu. And today we are going to deal with a wonderful chapter from your NCERT class 10th. And the name of the chapter is, as you can see, The 100 Dresses. Now, this is a story with an amazing message and a very strong message which the author really wants us, the readers, to take it back when we actually deal with this amazing chapter. So let's move ahead with today's wonderful session. Before moving ahead, let me ask you a very simple question, guys. When you for the first time read this title without going into the story, without actually knowing what is the story all about, and having no idea what actually the story can deal with, what did you think? What could the story be about after you read the title, The 100 Dresses? Please do comment right now in the chat box. Let me honestly tell you, when I read the title, The 100 Dresses, first of all, after reading the title, instantly the thought that came into my mind was, yes, of course, shopping. 100 dresses, shopping immediately. But yes, when I tried to analyze, I had no idea what the story dealt with, right? So when I tried to analyze, I thought maybe the chapter deals with some kind of disguise. Maybe one person is wearing 100 dresses and trying to disguise himself into different kind of personality. So this was my thought about the chapter when I actually did not have any idea what the chapter actually dealt with. So this was my first thought that came into my mind. So I would request all of you to pen down your thoughts that instantaneously struck in your mind when you came across this title without having any idea what the story actually dealt with. So let's move ahead with today's session. And all of you know about the Vedantu Pro subscription, right? So yes, these are the steps to actually get yourself subscribed to the family and become a part of the Vedantu family. So step 1, select grades. Step 2, select targets. Step 3, get subscription. And step 4, choose your plan. So if you choose 1 month plan, that is definitely the discount price is 2699. And in order to avail this amazing opportunity, amazing discount, you have to use the code SWRPRO. So Shweta Roy PRO, that is the code for you which you have to apply and become a part of Vedantu CBSE Pro Lite subscription. Become a part of our family. I'm really looking forward to see you all in our Vedantu family very soon. So let's move ahead with the attractive features, amazing features which are designed just for you, my lovely child, my lovely children. This is a live classes. You'll get live classes by India's best master teachers, personalized attention in class, full recordings of all the classes with notes, assignment, tests, and more. Apart from that, let's talk about the curriculum. It's in complete sync with your school curriculum. Apart from that, you also have chapter-wise micro courses in which we are going to cover 2 live classes at least for each month. Each chapter, 2 live classes every month, right? Apart from that, in order to make you exam ready, we have complete crash course before exams to revise the entire syllabus. We also have our freedom to make our own study plan and curriculum. We have test series, assignments, learning material, and regular performance report. So these are some of our amazing features which will really be very helpful for you and will make you exam ready. So kindly join us, become a part of our amazing, wonderful family, Vedantu family. And now we will have the lesson, The 100 Dresses by Elsor Esther, right? So she is the author of The 100 Dresses. So any idea that strikes in your mind when you see the picture? And do you now kind of differentiate? Can you differentiate between the idea which struck before and after looking at the picture in the background about the 100 dresses? So please put down your thoughts in the chat box right away. So let's proceed with the lesson. First, let's know about the author. Now, this the author was an American author, and she was specially children's author, right? So she wrote about children, right? And also a children's librarian. Her book Ginger Pie, which she also created, for which she also she illustrated that book as well, and she won the Newbery Medal. So if you have any if you have an opportunity, kindly go through that book, that work, because that was the winner of Newbery Medal, right? So and 3 of her books were Newbery Honor winners as well, and one was awarded the Lewis Carroll Shelf Award, right? So her books usually are based in, it's based on her life actually, and her stories generally, because she also grew up in a very small town, right, in the early 1900s, and the name of the town was Connecticut. So her stories are, if you see, this story is also based on a girl from a small town. So let us now see what happens in the story. Let us move ahead with the story, and this will be amazing read, because this also deals with the school children. So people who are missing your schools right now would definitely be able to relate to it very well. So we will be able to cherish our school memories, right? So we will have great fun. So stay tuned till the end. Let's begin the chapter. We have divided this the lesson into this. We are dealing with the first part, right? So 100 dresses first, right? So this first part we have divided into 3 sections, right? First section deals with the analysis of the first part, second section deals with the analysis of the second part, and the third part we have discussion of important question. So these are the 3 parts, and the last part will be the most interesting for you, that is Menti plus Tau. So in this way we have divided the chapter into 4 chunks, so that you can be absolutely ready for your exams, right? So let's move ahead with a quote, with a very positive quote, and with a very powerful quote as well, which is quite relatable to the chapter. We will see that as we move ahead. The quote says, "No one has ever made himself great by showing how small someone else is." And the quote is by Irvin Himmel, right? So no one has ever made himself great by showing how small someone is. So if you try to show someone else small, if you try to put down someone else, that doesn't mean that doesn't show you as someone great. That will show you, that will put you even down, right? Even behind the other person whom you are showing down, whom you are actually insulting, right? So now let us see how this quote is intimately connected with the chapter that we are going to deal with right now. Okay, so the story is about Wanda. Wanda Petronsky is the central character, and the story revolves around her. It's about her life and her school life, right? So this the character that we are encountering over here, Wanda Petronsky, she was a very quiet and shy girl, and she belonged to a Polish family. Her family immigrated to America. So she was a Polish immigrant. If you know what is immigrant, immigrant means one who moves from the other country to and settles down in another country. So she came from Poland to America. So she settled from Poland to America. That means she is an immigrant in America. If she will move away from America, then she will become emigrant from America, right? So immigrant and emigrant, these are the 2 words that you need to take care of. Don't be confused about them. So this is all about Wanda Petronsky, right? Now she attended her school with the other classmates who were American, but all the classmates, they used to make fun of her. Why? Because her last name was quite funny, because she was a little different, because she was having the heritage of Poland. She was a Polish girl, so naturally she was trying to fit in the American culture, but she was not she looked a little different, and and also her name was different, because the Americans did not have that kind of surname, and so they all made fun of this girl called Wanda, right? Because of her name, right? And what happened, so she was very they all found her weird, strange, and started making fun of her. So usually you will see this happens in school. In school, many students, they try to bully the others, right? On what basis? If someone is suppose a little weak, maybe in studies, or has some disability, right? Or if he or she is not like other, a little different from the others, from the majority or the dominant group, at that time what happens, that child becomes, the child is excluded, and people try to bully him or her as well. This is quite natural, this happens. Okay, so how many of you agree to this, that yes, this is a problem in the society that take place? Please do comment in the chat box right now. So what happened with Wanda next? First of all, question time, guys. Who was Wanda Petronsky? So definitely you can answer this in the comment section. I want the answer from you all. Right. Moving ahead. Now Wanda, let's know a little bit more about Wanda. Wanda always was, used to wearing one dress, because she was not from a well-to-do family, right? So she always wore one dress every day to school, and that was blue in color. So her blue dress became faded because she used to wear that dress every day regularly. She was very quiet and very shy. Nobody actually saw her to laugh also. So she never laughed. All that one could see her was to smile. So she only gave a smile sometimes. She never laughed. She hardly spoke anything. She was very shy, very quiet, and she occupied the last bench, right? So she sat on the last corner of the room, of the classroom, and this corner was usually occupied by all the rowdy boys who did not perform well in the class, and who always were the low achievers, right, in terms of marks. But they were very rowdy. They always made noise with their shoes, and they always laughed a lot, right? But Wanda Petronsky, although her personality hardly matched with these boys, but still she preferred to sit there. Why? Because she wanted to sit alone. She could not mingle with the rest of her classmates, and she did not want the others to bully her, right? So therefore she always occupied the corner of the room. Next, what happened? All the classmates tried to tease her, because she used to wear only one dress. So everyone started teasing her, asking, how many dresses do you have? How many dresses do you have? Every time this was repeated. Now Wanda's response to this, the other people, the other children, was very stoic. Stoic as in she did not exhibit any kind of feeling. What did she say when constantly they kept on repeating the same question? She said that she gave an apt reply by saying that I have 100 dresses in my closet, all lined up. And also I have 60 pair of shoes matching my dresses. So this is what she said to her classmates. Okay, where did Wanda usually sit? This is the question that we all want you to answer. So very simple, that you can definitely answer. And then we have two best friends, okay, Peggy and Maddie. They were, Peggy was the most famous girl in the school. She was very pretty, having curly hair, having many pretty dresses, and she was very rich as well. She belonged to a well-to-do family. And her friend Maddie belonged to a poor family, and she usually wore the dresses that was handed down by the rich people, right? So this happens many a times in your household also. The domestic help that who come to our houses, we usually give our old dresses, or we donate dresses to charities, or to people who belong to lower rung in the society, right? So we're not from a very well-to-do, who cannot afford always. So we try to do this. We actually give our dresses, right? So this happens in your household as well. So Maddie used to wear those dresses which were handed down by the rich people. So she also was not from a well-to-do family. Now you will see that Maddie was always, she she saw that Peggy used to always taunt Wanda about her 100 dresses, because she lied about the 100 dresses. Always, already they understood, because she used to wear only one dress. How could she have 100 dresses? If she had, then she would definitely have worn them. But everybody knew that she was lying. So therefore, Peggy used to. This became a game for them. Always they used to ask Wanda to describe her dress, the 100 dresses that she claims to have. She was told to describe her dresses, and Peggy always made fun of her. And her best friend Maddie. So these two were best friends. So Maddie, thought of taking a stand initially. She felt bad. She felt she actually could empathize. We can use the word empathy instead of sympathy. Why? Let me tell you. Because Maddie also belonged to a poor family. So definitely she did not want herself to become a target. Right? So that is why. It's not that she was having a sympathetic nature for Wanda, no, but she was concerned about herself being being the next target. She thought that maybe next target would be her, when people would soon become monotonous by constantly bullying Wanda, right? So maybe people would turn to her next. And moreover, she also thought of actually writing a note to Peggy, asking her to stop bothering Wanda. But she could not muster up the courage, because she thought that Peggy would be very angry, and maybe she could break the friendship, and maybe the next target would be Maddie, right? So she could not stop anyone from Wanda. So this is how they always used to tease her, asking her to constantly describe the kind of dresses that she had, right? So all of them knew that she only had one dress, but still they wanted her to describe the 100 dresses that she claimed to have. Question for you: what did Wanda wear? Right? So you can definitely answer this very well. And now we will have a look at the next part, where Maddie, a poor girl, as I told you, Maddie was a poor girl. She belonged to a poor family, right? She tried to stop Wanda, but she couldn't. Now my question to you as well, over here. So you can see that Maddie became she became a silent spectator, right? She became a silent spectator. Now she failed to take a stand against the bullying that was taking place in the school. How many of you would prefer to be a silent spectator if something like this is going on in your school, or would you take a stand to stop the bullying? Do mention in the question, right, in the chat box right now. Okay, what was Maddie afraid of? So this I discussed right away. Why did she not muster the courage to actually stop Peggy from bothering Wanda? So definitely I want you all to answer this question. Now, thinking about Wanda and her 100 dresses, Maddie's thoughts diverted to the drawing and the coloring competition. So there was now supposed to be a drawing competition in the school. So she was thinking about Wanda, right? Now Maddie was thinking about Wanda, but now she also thought that Peggy could not make any mistake. Why? Because Peggy was the most popular girl in the school. She was liked by everyone, and moreover, what was Peggy's character like? Peggy was not, bad at heart. She was good at heart. Why? Because she always used to save small children from being bullied, and she also used to cry at length if she saw an animal being abused, right? So what do you think? What is your take on Peggy's contrasting character? On one hand, she's trying to save the children from bullying and trying to save she gets hurt when she hears about any animal torture or animal bully being done. But on the other hand, she's also taunting constantly, making fun of Wanda. So what is your take on Peggy's character? Do comment in the comment section. Right now, Peggy was also brilliant in drawing, And Maddie thought that Peggy would win the contest because she's amazing in drawing and she's also liked by most of the people in the school. So next, what happened in the drawing competition, that's quite interesting, and we will take up that interesting portion in the next session. So stay tuned and do answer all the questions in the comment section right away. And this is the last question. Why did Maggie think Peggy would win the drawing contest? Thank you so much for watching the video, and take care, stay safe, do comment, and don't forget to hit the like button and share, keep sharing, and yes, stay subscribed not to miss any notification. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.